Hello, this is Dr. Jenny Shu of Wellness Visions, and this is the first part of the Heart to Heart Health series on exercise to optimize for heart health. So, welcome to Wellness Visions. Our mission is to empower people to transform their health and life through education, coaching, and community. Come join our community as we create a movement towards lifestyle wellness. I'm Dr. Jenny Shu, and I have 20 years of experience as a physician and educator. My medical degree is from the University of California, San Francisco, and a board certification in internal medicine, obesity medicine, and lifestyle medicine. I'm a certified health and wellness and fitness coach, an NLP master practitioner, and the founder of Wellness Visions, where we focus on coaching for holistic health and life transformation. So, as I mentioned, this is part of a three-part series where we're going to discover the link between exercise, nutrition, stress, and heart health. We're going to identify the power of the heart in keeping you healthy and learn science based strategies for improved heart health. So, part one is the exercise to optimize heart health. Part two will be about nutrition to prevent and reverse heart disease. And part three is managing stress for improved heart health. So, why care about our heart? Unfortunately, this comes from the CDC that the leading cause of death in both men and women is still heart disease, followed by cancer, then more recently, COVID, and then after that, accidents, and then stroke. Of course, there are many risk factors in stroke, which are similar to heart disease. And part of the awareness that we'd like to raise in the series about is how stress can really affect our heart, from having irregular heart rate and rhythm, increased blood pressure, reduced blood flow to the heart. But did you know that it can also raise the blood sugar levels and affect your cholesterol levels and lead to inflammation as well? So, before we talk more about the effects of stress on your heart and how we might be able to overcome this with exercise, it's helpful to have an understanding of your heart function. The normal heart is a very strong muscular pump, a little larger than a fist, and it pumps continuously through the circulatory system the blood that brings you oxygen and takes away metabolic waste from all your tissues and organs. And your average heart beats where it expands and contracts 100,000 times and pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood daily. So, in a 70-year lifetime, an average human heart beats more than 2.5 billion times. So, it's quite a remarkable organ. So, the heart functions are ones that we think normally for, as I mentioned, pumping oxygen all throughout your body, and it delivers hormones and other vital substances to different parts of the body. And while it delivers the oxygenated blood, it also removes the deoxygenated blood and carries metabolic waste products from the body and pumps it to the lungs for the oxygen to then re enter the bloodstream. The heart also maintains our blood pressure. But did you know that the heart also produces two major hormones? The uh, A and B type natriuretic peptides. They are synthesized and secreted in response to increased workload of the heart. And so their main function is to alleviate cardiac load by decreasing the amount of extracellular fluid in your body and lowering the blood pressure. And you may also be aware of this, but your body is intricately connected between the brain and the heart. and other parts of your body, including the adrenal glands, which sit on top of the kidneys. And they are responsible for the stress hormones that you might hear about. And some of those stress hormones are called adrenaline and epinephrine, and they can increase the heart rate. And also, because of the connection between the brain and the heart, there is a network of nerves that is called the sympathetic nervous system, which controls functions such as also the heart rate, and then the parasympathetic nervous system, which is represented by the vagus nerve, and that can decrease your heart rate. So, this heart neural network is really very complex and intricate, where this pump action is regulated by a set of what we call autonomic, extrinsic, and intrinsic cardiac nervous systems with 40,000 neurons within the heart itself. So that's really a remarkable finding that there are all these neurons in your heart itself. And the heart itself is the body's master oscillator. Its rhythm pulls all the body systems into a state of what we call entrainment or synchronization. Your heart's pumping action is regulated by an electrical conduction system that coordinates the contraction of the various chambers of the heart. And so you see this classically in an EKG uh, rhythm strip, as you see on the far right. But did you know that the heart has a very powerful electromagnetic field around it as well? It's really the most powerful source of this electromagnetic energy in the human body. It's 60 times greater in amplitude than the electrical activity generated by the brain. It's 100 times greater in strength than the magnetic field generated by the brain and can be detected up to 3 feet away from the body. And the heart really provides you a lot of emotional and intuitive guidance to help you direct your life. So, this is where coming down to your heart center will really give you a lot of insight to what you value in your life. And these core heart feelings, whether it's love or appreciation or compassion, it tends to down regulate the activity of the sympathetic nervous system, which is that fight or flight response that you might see, and increase the activity of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is where your body tends to go when it's resting and digesting. So everything in life is really all about a balance, especially when you think about the activity of the balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So our heart rhythms are mirrored in your emotional states. Negative emotions such as fear, anger, and hostility create disordered and really irregular heart rate variability. And that is where it's the healthy variation in the time interval between each heartbeat. So when you experience positive emotions such as love, appreciation, care, they create an improved order in the heart rhythms. And these positive emotional states have a balancing effect on the nervous system by strengthening immunity, enhancing hormonal function, and improving brain function. So you can see that you really want to be in a coherent state to have really optimal performance of your body and improved health. And some of this information has really been embedded in ancient wisdom on health and healing. And this comes from Ayurvedic medicine and really understanding that there are these energy fields in our body that are called the chakras. And the heart chakra is the fourth chakra, and it is at the center of the chest, just above the heart. And again, the same positive emotions like balance, love, compassion, joy, kindness really help to activate this chakra. And one thing just to note is that even green foods such as broccoli, spinach, green apples can also help to foster the ideal flow of energy through this heart chakra. Now, if we were to look at what we know about the risk factors for heart disease, there are many, including high LDL cholesterol, which you might consider the bad cholesterol, low HDL cholesterol, which is also considered the good cholesterol. It can lead to high blood pressure, having diabetes, smoking, being physically inactive, having extra weight, such as having obesity, stress, having a family history of heart disease, and being a postmenopausal woman or being a man older than 45 years are risk factors for heart disease. So if you look at all of these, most of these, from the cholesterol to these different health conditions such as blood pressure and diabetes to lifestyle factors such as smoking and physical inactivity, are actually modifiable by lifestyle changes. And even things such as having stress and obesity, those can be modifiable as well. And while, yes, you cannot change who you were born to in the family history, you can certainly modify the expression of the genes. And we know this from epigenetic study that the expression of the genes is influenced by your environment and your lifestyle. So the heart disease risk factors also suggest that high levels of cortisol from long-term stress can increase blood cholesterol, triglycerides, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Stress can cause changes that promote the buildup of plaque deposits in the arteries. However, the good news is that there are many scientific evidence of heart disease reversal with lifestyle changes. And this has been shown from the uh, mid 1970s with the Pritikin program, where it was shown that there was a lifestyle program that really helped people to lower their cholesterol, get healthier, and improve health conditions. To Dr. Dean Ornish's work and his program for reversing heart disease at the University of California, San Francisco, to Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn at Cleveland Clinic in his program to prevent and reverse heart disease. Dr. Michael Greger is well known for his work looking at scientific literature of nutrition and disease. And he started on his journey to understanding the role of nutrition when his grandmother was given her medical death sentence at age 65 due to heart disease. But thanks to enrolling in the Pritikin diet and program, she switched to a healthy diet and lifestyle, and she was able to enjoy another 31 years on this earth with her grandchildren and really motivated Dr. Greger to pursue his life's work. And he's written some wonderful books, including How Not to Die. And I would encourage you to visit his free website, nutritionfacts.org, to get more information about the role of nutrition and heart disease and other health conditions you may be encountering in your life. So, just switching gears to how exercise improves heart health. We know that regular exercise improves lots of factors linked to heart health, including lower blood pressure, healthier cholesterol levels, and better blood sugar regulation. It really encourages positive physiological changes, and such as the heart arteries being able to dilate more readily. That improves the blood flow to your heart. And it also helps your sympathetic nervous system. As you recall, it controls your heart rate and blood pressure to be less reactive. And these changes may take some time, such as weeks or months or even years, to reach their full effect. But even a single episode of exercise may protect your heart right away through a process known as ischemic preconditioning, according to a review article in the Journal of American Medical Association in 2017. So, exercise as an insurance policy may offer both short and long term protection for your heart. And a single exercise session may protect the cardiovascular system for even 2 to 3 hours. So, in essence, you're really training your heart to be more resilient. Exercise can decrease stress. It reduces stress hormones and stimulates production of endorphins, which together help foster relaxation. Regular exercise can increase self confidence, improve your mood, and lower symptoms of mild depression and anxiety. Exercise also improves sleep for many people. Moderate to vigorous exercise can increase sleep quality for adults by reducing sleep onset or the time it takes to fall asleep and decrease the amount of time they lie awake in bed during the night. Some forms of exercise, like running, boost serotonin, a hormone involved in the sleep wake cycle, and mood regulation, which improves the brain's ability to metabolize serotonin and regulate sleep. So, what is the optimal exercise for heart health? So, to really activate the metabolic molecular pathways responsible for preconditioning the heart, we really encourage people to engage in moderate to vigorous exercise. And to do that in 30 minutes a day is really the sweet spot for really maximal heart and health protection. And this can even be divided into 3 10-minute sessions through the day. And so these are some examples of what would be moderate intensity aerobic activities, such as brisk walking at 3 miles per hour, bicycling, water aerobics, playing tennis, going ballroom dancing, general gardening. More vigorous intensity aerobic activities can be for a shorter duration, just over 75 minutes per week, but that can be uphill walking or race walking, bicycling more than 10 miles per hour, running or jogging, playing singles tennis, aerobic dancing, or heavy gardening such as digging and hoeing. So, again, just to have the complete picture of optimal exercise, it is either 150 minutes a week of moderate to intensity aerobic activity, or if you're going to have more vigorous intensity activity, it would be 75 minutes a week. But it does include muscle strengthening activity where you may do that, such as lifting weights or doing calisthenics, at least twice a week. And just to get started, you might just want to start with just starting with 5 minutes to get started, and then being able to then increase your exercise duration and endurance and intensity over time. Also, to keep in mind is really what is ideal heart rate. So, usually there are different optimal rates depending on your age. You would take the number 220 and subtract your age from that. And that would really be the very upper limit of where your heart rate would be. But based on really where your target is, usually, as you can see in this chart, losing weight could be aiming for a percentage of your maximal heart rate of anywhere between 50 to 70%. If you're focused on fitness, it may be somewhere between 60 to 80%. And that's where most people would really want to be in terms of being fit and healthy. So, certainly, if you are looking to really maximize performance, you can increase your heart rate up to the maximal amount. But you may need to check with your healthcare professional about the safety if you have some health conditions, such as a heart condition. on what is safe for you to start. So, different types of activity types might be some of the aerobic endurance activities that we talked about. And then to go more in depth into the strength or resistance activities, besides weightlifting, it could just being uh, able to push a wheelchair or stroller, and also doing some of the body weight exercises such as squats, lunges, push-ups, sit-ups, etc. But you may also want to consider other activities such as ones that increase flexibility, such as stretching and some forms of yoga, and balance activities that may include Tai Chi or Qigong or some forms of yoga. And I also want to just incorporate that there are great benefits to stretching because this increases blood flow to muscles, it increases the flexibility and range of motion in your joints, it improves exercise performance, and reduces pain and risk of injury to your muscles and tendons. It also allows for gradual relaxation and helps you eliminate lactic acid, which is produced when you work out, and that can make your muscles achy and tired. So, stretching can really reduce the amount of lactic acid throughout your body. And I also just want to include this, and we'll talk much more about this when we talk about managing stress for heart health. But I'd like to just have people really incorporate not only the physical exercise, but also mental exercise is really important for heart health. So this might include talking to a supportive listener and really finding a way to harness the power of your mind, whether it is journaling and writing down your thoughts and feelings, expressing yourself through art or movement or some other forms of creative expression. You may also want to consider meditation. That's a prime example of just being able to connect the mind with the body. And that these meditation exercises can really help people reduce stress and gain perspective. And meditation is well known to reverse some of the physiological signs of stress. And we know from studies of Indian yoga master that they are able to slow the heart rate, lower the blood pressure, reduce the breathing rate, diminish the body's oxygen consumption, reduce blood adrenaline or the stress hormone levels, and even change skin temperature. Now, I would love to kind of just share also just how this fits in with looking at your overall health and wellness. As a lifestyle medicine physician, we look at many pillars of health, including not only the physical activity, but how do you manage your stress, as we touched on, and also healthy eating, which I will talk on on part two. And it is also other connections like how you connect with people, how you also stop unhealthy habits such as smoking, and how you really have optimal sleep, which I will talk about in a future webinar. But I wanted to share this with you because I really would like you to be introduced to the concept of what well being, wellness is about, because it really has this idea that there are these diverse and really interconnected dimensions of physical, mental, social well being that really extend beyond the traditional definition of health. And it does include choices and activities uh, that can be aimed at achieving physical vitality, mental alacrity, social satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment, and personal fulfillment. So when we're talking about your wellness, we're really talking about the whole wheel of life, looking at some of the physical aspects, whether it's what you are doing to take care of your body through exercise and nutrition, but emotional, spiritual, intellectual, social, and even environmental and financial measures that all contribute to your individual wellness. And that is underlying how we really help people with what we call the Wellness Visions Plan, which is a holistic health and wellness program that connects mind, body, and spirit to really consciously create your health and life where you find purpose and passion, increased energy, improved focus, stronger relationships, and achieve your success in living really an inspired, healthy life. So, as both a lifestyle medicine physician, a health, wellness, and fitness coach, I focus on delivering personalized health and wellness transformational coaching and education, such as the Lifestyle Wellness Education Series that you are attending today. And we focus on a specific dimension in your life, ranging from physical, spiritual, to relationships. And we use science based strategies based on my training in lifestyle medicine and studied positive psychology and health and wellness coaching. So I invite you to book a free 30-minute call with me if you're interested in total health and life transformation. And you can also contact me through email, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Wellness Visions channel, and please like and share my videos with others that might appreciate learning about ways that they can really take charge of their health and their life by making simple lifestyle changes. These are some of the resources that you can look up for that pertain to lifestyle changes for your health from the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. I mentioned Dr. Michael Greger's nutritionfacts.org website. And I invite you to also check out Exercise and Medicine and also the Whole Health Library, when there are some great resources there as well. So much for your time and attention, and I look forward to having you attend part 2, where we talk about nutrition and heart health.